For years now, caravanners have had a problem. They can't purchase an inflatable, touring, breathable full awning. Well, Telta now have that solution. This is the Telta Lounge full awning and available for the 2025 season. We're going to get into the full review on this model, but the cameraman's had to use an extra wide lens just to get the entirety of this lounge model in. At just under 7 meters long, it is really maximizing your pitch space and the entire length of your caravan. So it's available from sizes 11 through to 19, and it means that you now have a touring full awning that is breathable, inflatable, and is basically a manageable enough pack size to get it in and out of the van very easily for maybe 1 or 2 week breaks at a time. So we're going to stick to the exterior features now first, and the most crucial one for me is the fabric that Telta have used. So this is the Teltex fabric. It's a poly cotton fabric, but very, very lightweight, and that's the most crucial element for me. It's poly cotton, and the benefits of poly cotton is breathability. So gone are the days of that traditional polyester fabric that's coated and doesn't allow any air to pass through. The poly cotton weave gives you that ability to allow the hot air to escape and that water vapor and condensation to escape in the hotter months, but in the colder months, it's going to retain that heat. So it's a very intelligent fabric, and it means that you can now use this awning across the season for a couple of weeks at a time, and you're not having to think there's going to be loads of condensation and water dripping from the roof. So brilliant, brilliant fabric. They use this on their porch awning range and have applied it to this lounge model here. So now let's talk about what the fabric actually sits on. So it's this lovely single point inflation system. So you inflate it from the one valve in the middle. And because of the size of this awning, because it's a full awning as opposed to a porch awning, and there's a lot more fabric, they've used a much greater diameter airbeam. So it can fully support that weight. And it means that the fabric just sits absolutely drum tight onto that inflation system. So as you said, we're pumping it up. It comes included with a free electric pump as well, which is a bonus. So you're setting the PSI to the manufacturer instructions, and it's basically literally a process of it inflates all in one because all the air beams are interconnected. When it comes to them packing away, you've got deflation valves on either end, and that is once they're opened up, that's going to allow all the air to escape. So a really quick and easy process, and that's key for touring because when you're going from one site to another over a couple of weeks, you need something that's quick and easy. Seasonal use isn't much of an issue because you're only putting it up once or twice a year. Okay, let's talk about some of the key features now, and one that I love is this classic sort of design. So it very much mirrors the Life model in the porch awning range. It's got this classic sort of canopy style that again is fully air integrated, and it gives you this really nice rain safe canopy. So as you're entering and exiting the awning, you've got this nice little canopy area that's great and acts as like a natural rain gutter as well. A really nice touch. Another key feature is you've got these lovely ventilation points. So not only is the awning breathable in terms of the fabric, you've got airflow coming in from the vents on the center section here. And as we pan around to the side in a moment, you'll see the apex ventilations in the corner. What I first want to mention before we go around the side is these front panels. So as you can see, they span a huge distance, and it means because you haven't got any separate air beams coming down obstructing this view, you have a huge vista. This lovely tinted PVC window just gives you all that scenic view that you want from your campsite. In terms of entering and exiting, so you can see we've got these really nice sort of partial doorways that are wide enough for prams, for wheelchairs. You can choose whether to have just one or both sides as your entrance points. So really nice there. So what we're going to do is just take a look round to the side of this lounge model now. And what I love coming to the side is you get a feel for how this one connects to the actual van itself. So we've got this on a frame, but if you picture this on your caravan, it slides into the entirety of your sea rail. So you are fully maximizing the full length of your caravan. So it's sort of doubling your pitch size. So you not only got your indoor space of your caravan, you've now got a beautiful outdoor space as well. And it means that you've got no issue with sealing it to the van as well, which you have with a porch awning. You've got to choose where it sits and how you seal it. With a full awning, you don't have that problem. If you need even more space, which might be hard to believe, but you can add an extra tall annex to either one or both sides of this awning model. So that's a lovely sort of, we've done a separate review video on that, guys, but it's a lovely sort of 3-in-1 annex. It sort of acts as an extension of the awning, but you can also clip in an inner tent for a bedroom space, and it acts as a great sort of head height storage room as well. So loads of versatility on this side panel. You can also notice that you can fully enclose this up with a curtain as well, with an exterior blind. You've also got a mesh panel, so if you want to roll this fabric back, you've got breathability and airflow coming in from this mesh panel, or you can roll it back entirely and then you've got a side entrance to the awning. So really lovely feature. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to take a look inside this lounge model and go through the full interior features. Okay guys, so inside the Telta Lounge now, and I think the first thing you notice is the sheer grandeur of this awning. So 2.5 meters of depth, and on this size 18 model here, you've got 6.7 meters of length. So an abundance of space, great for those larger families or couples with greater storage needs, or where you've got family and friends coming to visit. You're maximizing the entire length of your pitch, and it means that you've got space for pretty much everything. So really, really lovely sort of, I think you get a feel definitely on the interior as well, the grandeur of this awning. So as we mentioned before, the Teltex fabric is supported by this super-sized airbeam system. So really good diameter depth on these airbeams. And as you can see, fully integrated, pre-angled, and they give you head height from not just the front of the awning all the way back. So it doesn't feel like you're having to bend down in any way. You've got no sort of height restrictions on there. In terms of, while we're still on the airbeam system, let's talk about the inflation valves. So as we just walk around, you can see these little taps in the corner. So what this does, it enables you to isolate the air to one single area of beam space. So if you notice, heaven forbid, that you're on site and this beam in particular seems like it's deflating slightly and there might be a problem, it means that you can isolate the air away from it. So you can then swap out the bladder. The whole awning will stay inflated, stay pitched, so it's not going to ruin your holiday. And then it's literally like a bike tire, a very simple switch over. So lovely peace of mind. And just to add to that, the Telta awnings all come with a 3-year warranty on airbeam. So you've got that extra peace of mind as well. So I think that's airbeam covered now, guys. Let's talk about some other interior features. I think the first one we'll talk about is this sort of curtain system. So they're a very easy toggle sort of clip-on curtain. So as you can see, every panel comes with these curtains, and they're simply a slide across, and then you've got instant privacy. So a really nice, quick and easy system. This nice sort of soft cotton grey as well, so looks very modern, contemporary. Really nice curtain system in place. Okay, let's talk about some other features now. We mentioned before about ventilation. And yes, it's very important in awnings, especially polyester awnings, but because this is poly cotton, you've got loads of breathability anyway, but then they add even further ventilation. So you've got them on this center beam here. You can also hood this over, so if it is raining, you can close that up. You've got apex ventilations in the 2 corners, and you've also got an abundance of mesh on the side panels as well. So while we're on this side panel, let's talk about how we can use it. So we mentioned before the extra tall annex, which is compatible with every sort of porch and full awning model in the Telta range. So you can use that annex as and when you need it for sleeping or storage, but you can also purchase an optional mesh panel set for both sides. So if you even want more ventilation but stopping those bugs coming in, you can purchase those as an optional extra. Okay, let's talk about now how we can customize these front panels. So as you can see, we can enclose the curtains, give you all that privacy. You can have them open like so, and you can get a full scale view now of the campsite. You've got loads of visibility from that tinted PVC. If you want more airflow, especially in those summer months, or if you're touring Southern Europe, you want even more airflow in, you can actually zip down the panels to half height, include this optional veranda pole that is like a telescopic pole, goes the entirety of the length of the panel, and you can droop the fabric down. So it gives you all that airflow. You can do that on both or one panel. And then you can also choose where your doorway sits, whether it's on the sides or both front panels. So loads of versatility on those panel setups, which is a real sort of benefit to that Telta awning. Let's talk about now how we can customize the lounge even further, because that's a common question we get asked in the showroom is, the awning's fantastic on its own, but I want to give it that homely feel. And the way we can do that with this lounge model is lighting, first of all. So all of the air beams have these Velcro attachments, so you can link up, just like we've done here, a variety of different lighting options on the market to make sure the space is really well lit and it becomes that home away from home, especially in the evening times. Underfoot, you can purchase the Breathable Telta carpet. That's basically a reversible carpet that's dark on one side, light on the other. So you have that preference on colorway, really nice little add-on there as well. But the awning itself comes with the electric pump, comes with the storm tie-down kit that makes sure not only have you got that really good bracing from a wind perspective from these supersized beams, you've got a tie-down kit as well, which is really going to center that awning in high winds, especially touring on the coast and stuff like that. So while we're in here, guys, I think let's just pan back outside to the front of the awning. And I just want to sum up the sort of, for me, one of the most crucial elements, and that is weight. So before, where you've had a full awning, you've always had to sort of compromise on, you're going to be carrying a very heavy bag, because especially for these premium fabrics like this Teltex here, normally before this model came about, it would be a very huge bag, around 60 kg, that would be a struggle definitely for one person, but maybe even two. What Telta have really cleverly done is to split the weight on this awning. So for a size 18 fully inflatable awning, it's now around 40 kg, which is pretty unbelievable, to be honest. So it means that you have the main frame in one bag at 25 kg and all the zip out panels and the pump and the pegs in a separate bag around 15 kg. So it's a lot more manageable, and that is crucial for touring, because you want something that can be moved in and out of the bag, packed down very quickly and easily, and that's exactly what Telta have done. So for me, if you're looking for a stylish, quick and easy to pitch, inflatable full awning that has got a fabric that will perform across the entirety of the calendar year, and you want to invest in something that's going to last that test of time, this lounge model truly is that. So very excited about this product. It's going to be on display in our showroom across the 2025 season and beyond. And if you've got any questions on sizing or any other questions on the sort of components we talked about in the video, drop them below. Thanks so much for watching.